Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Francis Ford Coppola Marathon. And we are going to talk about his 1987 Vietnam War film, Gardens of Stone. Now, Gardens of Stone isn't a traditional Vietnam film like Coppola's Apocalypse Now. Instead, it actually follows soldiers at Arlington Central Park, how they mourn their fellow soldiers. Pretty much, the main character of Jackie Willow, who is played by B.D. Sweeney, tries his hardest to go to the Vietnam War. All the while, Clell, who is played by James Caan, tries his best to convince him not to go and just prepare him horrors of Vietnam, along with his best friend Goody. Now, off the bat, I gotta say that I personally think that this film is alright. I personally didn't really enjoy it or care about it, but I wouldn't call it terrible. So far, of all of Coppola's films from the 80s, this is probably my least favorite so far, if I'm being completely honest. But first, the good. Easily the best thing about this film is the acting, mainly from James Caan, who gives an actually fantastic performance here. He is great. He has some fantastic scenes and dialogue moments. His performance honestly might be the best thing about this entire film. Same goes for James Earl Jones, who plays Goody. It's such a delight to see James Earl Jones in pretty much anything, and he is so fantastic here. He's so likable and charming, so much charisma, and man, I just miss him. He is such a fantastic actor. Both Khan and Jones are just great together. They're just wonderful in this film. B.D. Sweeney, also as Jackie Willow, he did a good job. His performance here isn't anything outstanding, but he still did a good job for his role. Also, it was a pleasure to see a young Lawrence Fishburne in this. Uh, both Fishburne and Coppola have already worked with each other before in the past, but it's still just a delight to see him in when he pops up. I just love the guy. With that said, I do have just a lot of negatives, if I'm being honest. Mainly, I didn't care about the characters, honestly. Like, the actors did a good job with the material they were given, but the stakes and the story, like, this film just, for a film about Vietnam, it doesn't really, like, depict the horror of it so much. Like, Khan's character tries to explain to Jackie Willow, like, the horrors and how terrible it is all, and he is just a character that I didn't manage to really care about all that much throughout the film. Like, sure, I did like Sweeney's performance, also Khan's and Jones, but besides their like charisma and chemistry with one another, I didn't really much care about them as actual people, as characters, as like the film doesn't even have much of a plot, honestly. Things just sort of happen. Bits of vignettes and all that, which is fine. I do enjoy like slice of life hangout films, all that, but this isn't that. It tries to be like a serious war drama, and sadly, I just didn't really care about the characters much to really like to care about them when something like bad dies. It just sort of feels like things just happen in the film with not enough like room to breathe. Jackie Willow has seen this girl, his girlfriend, and they decide to like have a date and marry each other, and all that just happens quite quickly with no real breathing room. It just sort of happened, and I would have liked much more scenes with both of them to just flesh them out a bit more. It just sort of just happened, yeah, quite quickly. It doesn't really like felt natural. And the same goes for James Caan and Angelica Houston in this film. They fall in love, they meet and fall in love, but it doesn't feel natural. The relationship doesn't. It seems rushed. It's just such a shame because I absolutely love Angelica Houston, but she is honestly kind of wasted here. Only a couple of scenes here and there, but she doesn't actually do much. The character that she plays doesn't have like a lot of stakes in the story, and I just sadly didn't really care about or her relationship with Khan. That's easily the biggest problem with the film. I simply didn't care about any of the actual characters. Like whenever something dramatic happened, I just watched and think to myself, there's should be something more to this than what it actually is. Like the story needed so much more meat, so much more like care and attention and like rewriting, but instead for what it is, I didn't care. Another thing that I didn't really like about this film is actually the score. Like Carmen Coppola's score for this film kind of sounds like TV drama music, honestly. Sounds like it's made for TV, not for a big budget studio film released in theaters. There are bunch of moments where the music just starts playing and it just feels unnecessary, kind of distracts from the actual film, honestly. Matter of fact, the film in general kind of looks like it's made for TV. Like there's like Coppola always like has a style that looks great, fantastic, even on a big screen. Even with something like Peggy Sue Got Married, The Outsiders, Rumblefish, just to, for example, all those films have a style, have personality. You just want to see them in a theater because they would probably look absolutely incredible on a big screen. But Guardians of Stone honestly doesn't have that sauce. There isn't like any moment that really got my attention. Like, wow, that scene that shot looks incredible. My God, I just didn't get that. The film honestly looks and sounds like it's made for TV, if anything. And I do feel bad for saying all this because every single person working on this is absolutely talented and has done incredible things before, but Gardens of Stone, simply put, isn't my cup of tea. Personally, I didn't care about the characters or the story. The film does have great acting from great performers, but the actual film did pretty much nothing for me. Sorry to say. But that was my review of Gardens of Stone. Please let me know what you guys think about the film in the comments. I hope all of you enjoyed the video and have a great day. Thank you.